Alright, hopefully this is coming in loud and clear today. Sip on my coffee. Time to double check, make sure the stream is on. Alright. Well, last time we recruited the Grave Wardens. And actually, for some reason, I couldn't find Blackwall. I guess it wanders off over here, and that icon doesn't actually follow him. But, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I went out here and checked. Unless he's that bland that he blends into whatever NPCs happen to spawn around here and I didn't notice him. I'm still pretty sure the game kind of forgets to spawn him. Let's see what his reaction is to after all that mess. Oh.
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me.
Taking out
Adamant
his frustration
is,
on
and
the
always
wood.
will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver.
You mean
That's
the real
what Warden
Blackwall,
Commander
you
Clarel
phony?
tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. None of the Wardens we saw wavered. They gave their lives willingly. They died for us. And Corifeeus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
I'm not all that, I guess, great to be his friend, but whatever.
Clarel thought she was the only one who could save the world. She was arrogant.
She was.
But her intentions were pure. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray.
Debatable.
It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
So I guess Blackwall is the type of guy whose the ends justify the means.
At the end of the day, I guess all we can do is try. And hope for the best.
You're right. What matters is that we never give up. Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Sounds like the talk of a big fat phony to me. Oh. Oh, hello. Oh. Exclamation point. I thought he was just gonna, like, run off and go do his thing.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
I mean, as long as you're more interesting in bed than you are in person, honestly. I wouldn't say no to him. He's decent looking. He's got a nice beard.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
Ugh, that's horrible. As somebody who's seen many cases of animal abuse. Well, not the actual process, but the fallout or the results of it. It's terrible. Well, one can argue that they're putting it out of its misery, but could have helped it in better ways, and definitely much more humane way to put it down than stringing it up, especially considering there's like magic and tons of poison.
You couldn't have been the only one there. No one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe?
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there.
You kiss that
Some
point stash.
fucking mongrel that doesn't know
Mustache
how
is
to
just
stay
meat.
away.
Aw. What the hell just happened?
Inquisitor?
It just kind of just end.
As you were.
Inquisitor?
I kind of don't like that that it feels like all my flirting options have gone away, especially with the romances where they wouldn't be interested in my character. Like I haven't been able to flirt again with like Solus, Blackwall, Colin. Even I know those are like they're straight romances, and they're of course Solus is just strictly a straight elven romance. But even then, they should be like after. I think I've only been able to flirt like during my first conversation with them, and they're not like, oh yeah, not interested, dude. They just kind of go on with the conversation. I haven't had any other flirting options with them, at least not like with any of the other characters, where I can just keep going. The only exception has been Sarah, who's been like, oh yeah, we have something in common. We love chicks. Sorry, dude.
Inquisitor.
What do you want?
A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meriden, a humble bard.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
I notice you have an exclamation point on the map.
Well. The power of a muse to
Even
rally
though it doesn't look
hearts
like
and
you're
minds.
making eye contact with me.
Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
Carry on then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor. There is an issue that you should address.
There we go.
I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to make you go to the war table to go deal with it.
Inquisitor?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
So
We'll talk later.
I'm not totally sure if we can't romance our bull because we haven't gotten enough points with him, because I flirted with him with this.
Hey, you need me?
Yes, I need you, and just
See you later, boy.
Ways you're not giving me
Nice
an option
talking with
to.
you, boss.
It might be because I haven't taken him out on parties as much.
I know. Then you were off the walls. Voth hit him with fire and I got him around the side.
You were very dashing. Cleaved him good.
Couldn't let him get near you. Either of you. We're a team. Better, we're an adventuring company. Oh shit, we're a company! Inquisitor, you should have seen it. Darkspawn. We put your flag in the center of their bloody lair and held it.
Isn't he good? He's very good.
Please tell us we're good.
We are better than good. We'll prove we're an adventuring company of the Inquisition. Your company, Inquisitor. I said I'd pay you back, and I will.
I think we've spoken to everybody.
Good day. We'll come back.
Love seeing you, yeah?
I'll be back if I need you.
Okay, I might need to try taking Iron Bull out a little more, but I think after like this quest, if he won't obey my Inquisitor, we'll probably just go say yes to Dorian, which is the original plan. I was just hoping to do it much sooner.
Inquisitor.
Have be my Kunari character be a man whore. Actually, go back and check on Blackwall, see if he run off again.
Something here. Better take a closer look.
So, time to go play Captain Save-A-Whore. Oh, more like Captain Save-A-Plank. Technically, I'm the whore.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Liliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
How did he get his hands on that? Lieutenant Cyril Mundray, one of the soldiers responsible for the Collier massacre of 937, was captured in Lays. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Moray insists that he did not know who he was assassinating and that he was just following orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Rayner, is still at large. Monray is to be executed within the week in Val Royal. Pew pew. Let's see if Liliana has anything to say on the matter.
At your service, my lord.
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Not even
I'll
about
leave you
Blackwall,
to your work.
Oh. Who to take with me? You. Loading. That's an interesting read. Essentially, gay is okay as long as you're not a noble. Or a breeding stock. Ooh, a
Cyril
public hanging.
Mornay,
How
for your
dreadful.
crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the
got my
murders
new
of
face
General
right off, I
Vincent
got.
Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
They're going to kill him.
Good grasp of the obvious, this one.
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given, and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then
But he
find
did
me the
step up
man who
for
gave the
everybody.
order.
Blackwall! No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding.
Don't recognize him. I guess
I
like
gave
the
the order.
beard really
The
must
crime
be
is
like
mine.
his
I
Clark
am Tom
Kent
Rainier.
glasses. This is an interesting turn of events. Oh, holy crap, that's actually a pretty cool mask. How come I can't have a death mask?
It's good to see the Montiliers rising to prominence once again.
Your delight is repulsive. Lady Josephine accomplished something remarkable. She deserves all our success. We shall see. Things are never as certain as they seem.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
You must know something about Rainier.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Details,
Where did they
please?
take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damned mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing. Guess not.
Guess it's gonna take a lot of capital to bail him out.
Then the Maker said, "To you, my second born."
And when it all cleared, she was still in charge. So what was the point?
All in all, the Winter Palace game provided some fine sport, even with the
Oh, I'm just able to just walk in here without guards saying anything, I guess. The power of the Inquisitor. Hey, Blackwall,
I
you
didn't
want some
take Blackwall's life.
jail
I
quickie?
traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man.
He was a terrible Grey Warden if he got
But a good man.
ambushed by Grey Wardens.
The man he was wouldn't have let another die in his place.
Which makes me wonder if Blackwall was alive, would he... What would he have, joined in Cloverell's crazy scheme?
You saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people.
Oh my god.
Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that.
Or what about
Why
all the
are you
shit you've
here?
been...
That depends on what you say.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Why the hell did my Inquisitor back away like... Oh my god.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending.
God, that paint makes my Inquisitor look like a queen.
Yes?
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed. Why?
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, Ulf Gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered,
Damn, has this civil war been going on for that long?
disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question. Just as your men trust you.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
Yeah, but I think the people at the top don't see them that way. That's the point.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men have been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their
Their
country.
men must have been shit if they killed children, too.
But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines.
Unless it's like, these were like adult
No matter
children.
how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
But you weren't at war. Not really.
I've been on enough battlefields to know the same crime at the right time would have earned a medal. But that's what I did. And why I deserve to be here.
True.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Go ahead.
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I bet the other men wish you would have come to that quicker.
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
I hate the thing where, like... Oh, I made one mistake. Well, okay. One mistake is fine and dandy, but there's like different levels of mistakes. There's, you know, oops, I spilled my coffee mistake. And then there's like, oh crap, I murdered an entire family of like nobles and stuff for gold. Like, I wouldn't call that a mistake.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing, a waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, and fill a vial with its blood.
Do your little joining
when I
thing.
returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the wardens.
The vial of Darkspawn's blood, the thing you were told to do, I think they would have believed you. Besides, even if you weren't recruited, I think you can just join. They would have taken you willingly since there's no blight and their numbers are low. And of course, with no blight, that means there's less people wanting to join.
That's all for now.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens. What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Go ahead and get him out.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Why? Again, how long does it take us between going from, like, Von Royal to Skyhold? Considering that, like, that report, whenever she said was missing, I don't remember when he said it was missing, but the report said that he was going to be hanged for a week, and then we, like, left Skyhold right away. There we go. He was on the gallows. Can you imagine if he stopped to go do something else? It's like there's no consistent passage of time. Like, look at that. Like, how long would that take to travel? Like, you have to go from here, and it looks like there's this little path right here, and then you have to go here, take this broken looking bridge over here to Bon Royal. And it looks like you don't go directly here, you have to go like up here, then there's a crossroads and double back down. Like, unless you go down this way, that one river that kind of flows under Skyhold, if that river is even deep enough to take a boat to, and actually connects to this ocean, go this way, get on another boat, and then head this way. Like, that still looks like it would take a week at the most, and then travel back and forth. We don't have a magic dragon to fly on, and as far as I know, there's no teleportation. Of course, definitely no Illuvians or Illuvian-like magic.
Worship.
Let's see how my garden's doing. Da 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 da. Tom Vernier. Da da da.
Another letter for Master Tetris? The Merchants Guild never gives up. It's good to see you.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Okay.
Farewell.
So I can't believe with all the castle repairs and stuff, no one's fixed this. Even if they just make it windows, the same type of light passes through. So... if you think it's worthwhile, one whole power. Or should be some alternative. Leela forces that your contacts. I really don't think it matters. Like, really, would anybody really be that short on power? The crew of ambassadors. Concerned this worthwhile? Opportunity outreach. Asking for help finding a lost expedition tractors. Group non-interference, a small group in the deep roads can do great things. A route. Have rest to bargain. Should they can proceed without. Yeah, sure.
To work.
Anything else on the table?
Inquisitor?
Special dispensation from the Legion throne allowing to be transferred to Inquisition. This may anger some, but after Hamsala, they owe us a favor. there was a trader and a cost, a man similar build and stance if we bind and gag him. No. What? My god, some of these options are terrible. Like, why would you ever pick these two unless you're that spiteful? So essentially you have the option of being diplomatic and getting him transferred to your custody, doing the old switcheroo, or just breaking in there and taking him by force, or you can wait 3 minutes to essentially break him out of jail sneakily. It's too bad I wonder if you can talk to anybody and be like, what are your thoughts on this? What is your take on Blackwall lying to us like a dirty, dirty liar, a phony, a usurper?
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf.
Yeah, see, you can't ask them that. Like, hey, what do you think? Sit among my man throne.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes.
Shouldn't you present it to the court for those who don't know?
It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Taken to my chambers for a good spanking.
Not even a word of thanks, I see.
I don't know if I can thank you. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors.
A lot
There
of
are enough
sex.
people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens
A lot
to
of
the
mustache
reputation the
rights were
ambassador
given.
has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
Your options.
Once the world is back to normal, no one will even remember this.
I'll remember. I accepted my punishment.
Oh my god, I just love that
I was
option.
ready for all this.
It's so
to end.
true.
Why would you
could
stop
so
it?
misconstrue
What
that
becomes
to
of me
be,
now?
be told to that by aware. The wardens will decide. I owe you. Your lie continues.
Blackwall intended you join the Wardens. I will let them decide your fate, but only when Corifeeus is dead. For now, Tom Rainier, the Inquisition needs you.
As you command.
I'm told not all survive the joining, and the life of a true Warden is difficult.
If I die, it will be no less than I deserve. And if I live, I'll make it count.
I wouldn't see this
I
as
am
a
grateful
problem
for this,
to
Inquisitor.
have them pulled to
and I will serve for as long as I
pulled
can.
from execution to just to sentence him to this when, yeah, it's he might die or he might put his life to good use. Oh, while I'm here, let's go see what else is pending. And I went to that little jail.
Mayor Gregory Dedrick of Crestwood
Hey,
is
listen, sir.
present for betraying his own constituents.
So,
He confesses that 10
what
years
bugs
ago,
that at this
he
or just
flooded
in
old
general?
Crestwood to kill refugees and villagers touched by the blight.
Oh yeah, the mayor. I've gone down to
The
the
mayor claims
stockades,
it was
and
to spare
when
the rest
I've
of
had people
Crestwood,
there,
but
and there's like nobody
only
there
have
in the
his word.
stockades.
He's pleading guilty while claiming he's not. Which is it?
Oh,
There's
he's
no cure for the
pleading
blind.
guilty and
But I couldn't
justifying
convince
his
anyone to leave
crime.
a sick child or husband behind.
Oh, that's
So you
terrible.
herded the infected into one place and flooded Old Crestwood. Were no innocents caught in the
Huh.
waters?
I wonder if like it needs like a
Nearly
driver's
everyone
update
in the village
or
had
just
the
like
blight.
reinstall
I
it.
swear it. Have mercy. I couldn't tell the survivors I'd drowned their own families to save them. I couldn't.
The Blight was your undoing. Let it also be your means of redemption. I give you to our allies in the Grey Wardens, to fight Darkspawn until the calling takes you.
I don't deserve the honor, your worship, but I'll do my best.
I think that's a fitting punishment. Again, he might die, or we can put his life to good use. Honestly, this game...
Before you
So
is Service
this
of the
game,
Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the western approach.
I've never
admits to
have I
working for
heard my
Corifeeus, raising
PlayStation struggle
monsters
to
and
play a
using
game.
magic
It like,
for conquest.
I can hear the fan
Also
like
used his
whirling
connections
hard to
to
keep
smuggle
like
magical artifacts out of
working
the
really
approach,
hard to keep the
without
PlayStation
his
cool.
master's consent.
It's I think this game in general is just poorly optimized. I really think that BioWare just cannot work with the Frostbite engine. You would think after almost 10 years of being forced to use it, they would get
from
some
Corifeeus.
handle on it, but I really don't
whether
think they
that's
have
stupidly
the,
brave or bravely stupid.
I was hired
they have
by
the
a
capabilities to
third
work
party.
with it.
I've no loyalty to him.
And even then, like,
Might you
maybe
find
it's
that
not
useful,
even just them. Maybe it's just Frostbite in
I'm
general.
sorry, are you attempting to bargain with
I
us?
really should try to. I really should get around to playing like Mirror's Edge Catalyst and see if that's any better. Seeing as Dice would have more experience with it.
Debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
I really don't remember who the hell this guy was. As an informant on probation. Came up back to Corifeeus.
Someone who can smuggle magical artifacts to Tevinter and back shouldn't be wasted on court diplomacy. Bring those artifacts back to the Inquisition. Procure something really useful and we might loosen the shackles.
Your worship knows value when he sees it. I won't disappoint.
But he hurt people, Inquisitor. No more judgments. Why is this wagon still here if they've kind of cleared this area up just for decoration? I also like how I built an infirmary and they're just still people just lying on the ground outside. Some infirmary.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
Rainier.
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Inquisitor means something. Blackwall doesn't.
It means something to me.
I guess
Nothing right
Blackwall
now.
is his
Perhaps in a bit.
chosen pronoun. Yeah. You can say any more?
Something on your mind?
Nope.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Right, now that we got all of that out of the way. right to the war table. Oh, there's more stuff.
With an illuvion, Corifeeus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed. The Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
Again,
when Corifeeus enters
honestly, I fail to see what exactly would he do once in the Fade, considering there's like monsters and demons there that might rip him apart.
This is more likely. The lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
I guess.
In Redcliffe, I saw the future Corifeeus built. We can't let that happen.
It was always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the illuvion before him?
Corifeeus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march. Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
For starters, we don't let Corifeeus worry us to death. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Josephine, have ours in the wilds. Leliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corifeus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here.
Oh,
although it
you
is
want
good
me to go? Oh,
recognize.
well, if you
Any
insist.
further instructions, Inquisitor?
I'll go to the Elven Ruins where I may or may not acquire some magical powers. Even more magical powers.
We've embarked on a quest that ends in facing the most powerful monster in all Thedas. Do get a good night's sleep.
As you wish.
We'll hound Corifeeus in the
You know,
wilds before he
all
can
of
find
this
the
is like so
temple or
sad.
this
It feels like
illuvion.
almost all these missions have like a better setup and stuff in general that could be like the climax of the game and would probably like end at a better note than like what we actually got at the end with like, oh, Corifeus just went back to the ruins of Sacred Ash and just try to open a rift again in the sky. Is rather anticlimactic. Who should I take? I mean, I'm sure what's his face? Solus would probably have a lot to say. Elven magic and blah 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 blah. Excuse me. I've taken him before, and you'll gain bonus points if you do the ritual things. It's essentially it's just walking around on little block tiles in the right path. It's not all that challenging. I know she's just gonna be annoyed as hell, especially she doesn't seem to like other elves too. I guess we'll take Cole with us. I'll take Cole too. But gotta build up those romance points somehow, I guess. And Blackwall. Mr. Phony. Actually, now that I think about your comment, lessons learned, I'm pretty sure, like, this Inquisition has at least hard crash, like, maybe... I know I can remember at least once, maybe twice. The board is yours, Liliana. Again, it's like you got a siege on a castle. You got these people preparing for battle, like the March on Denerim, and then all we get at the end is just, oh no, Corifeeus opened the sky in a cutscene. Everyone's still in the Arbor Wilds for some reason. Even if you go do all the DLC stuff, apparently they just decided to hang out there because again, there's no clear progression of time in this game. So, oh no, it would take them weeks to get to Haven and the Temple of Sacred Ashes. So, I guess it's up to you, Inquisitor, since it'll only take you like a day at most to get there. Because I swear, I don't think BioWare can do boss battles well. They did it well with Denerim, I guess Dragon Age Inquisition. The chords on the music just got loud there. I really think that probably the two best games they've done good boss battles in
Inquisitor.
that come to my mind is just Mass Effect 1 and Dragon Age
The Red Templars fall
Origins.
beneath our blades, your worship.
And even
Commander
then,
Cullen says they're nearly finished.
Mass Effect
Our
1 is
scouts saw
debatable.
Corifeeus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
So all you have to do is fend off Corifeus' worst zealots until I've returned.
We shall not flinch, your worship, not a one of us. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Again, all the mustache rights help with that.
Another way to let people down if I falter. Thank you for the reminder.
'Twas not I who raised an army of faithful to storm this land, Inquisitor. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the temple.
I love Morgan, even though I think half the time
a place of worship out of elven legend. If Corifeus seeks it, then
her schemes are kind of meh.
Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Wait a minute. You know, I just thought about that. If explosives are kind of a rare thing and the Kunari only have that, what the hell was just that? So I don't think... The Allegiant Army doesn't have cannons. They only have, like, catapults. So, what was that? Unless it's supposed to be, like, explosion magic. I know there was, like, the dwarf in Awakening was experimenting, trying to make, like, explosives out of Illyrium.
The designs Corifeus has on our lives and people, Ambassador. You must excuse us, however, if our mind wanders to our beloved kingdom.
I pray our lay fares well in your absence.
It is our return to court that concerns us. Our dear cousin Gaspard warns it might align with poor weather.
It's ambitious to predict so far into the future. I'm confident your majesty can weather any storm.
I thought Gaspard was
We will
dead.
see how this battle proceeds.
I'm pretty sure you guys decided you were going
Corifeus
to
yet
execute him,
threatens to
unless you
engulf
guys
us.
haven't done that yet.
Inquisitor, I hear this Eluvian lies in a temple nearby. That's where the fighting will be worst. Andraste, keep you safe.
Move everyone immediately if the fighting comes closer.
You may count on it. Good luck. We are gladdened to see you, Herald. This day will be recalled for
Why are you even here?
We are privileged to witness the fulfillment of
Again,
the
if we have all these
Inquisition's
leaders here, wouldn't this have made a better climax than the end? It's like, oh, all your allies are here. All the people you acquired.
There are other ills, Your Majesty, that the Inquisition may be called upon to attend.
We will note them with great interest. Men and women
Become a
of faith
private
serve.
militia, huh?
Their favor is no less than our own. Their service no less dear. With Orlais at your
At least
side,
that's something I'll say
you will
about
see
Trespasser. I think it
victorious
deals with
against
this concept. It's like, well, you dealt with the main force. Now what do you do with, like, this army? And essentially all the... It's almost like it starts patching up plot holes and stuff. Well, not so much plot holes, just, I know, lack of concept and foresight. Especially when it comes to the fact that you have a bunch of Kunari spies amongst your midst that are wreaking havoc. Yep, but still have time to mine my own ore.
Now
Big
that's a
color
view. Get your
Liliana.
blood going.
Do you sense the magic crackling?
Are all out
Something
here.
more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Honestly, I think it would have been also neat if you had like some of your other companions that aren't in your party just like fighting along around here. Just amongst like the generated groups of people fighting. Or having them like lead another party, you know, similar to Dragon Age Origins. Why cache? What? I just got here. Who was that? This guy? Or you? Inside a big tree. I'm about to say, it's crap as like this engine might be optimized, the environments do look good. Birds. Pretty birds. I don't think I can veer off the path too much. So this is what I understand. There's like a path here. My Inquisition forces are fighting here and here. I guess we're the bulk of the army that just got here. And yet there's like still... I assume they would have had to clear a path to get from where I am now, where all these people are just meandering, all these enemies, to where they are over there. I know gameplay and whatnot. I'm gonna do this. And then this. changed up my specs a little. Made myself a little more multi-attack. So hopefully my party will be fine without me casting barriers and stuff. I guess Morgan doesn't have any support magic. It was actually funny. You could just keep running away from all of these and just run past everybody with like no consequence that I'm aware of. I think I could just switch to somebody and my...
Those were Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
Poor bastards. Corifeeus has them dying by the dozen.
Okay, I don't think there's anything on this side. It's a pretty waterfall. Statue.
Divine. The monsters are running, your worship.
Who said that? It sounded like you're standing right next to me. I assume it was these guys.
For the herald.
Two paths. My flowers.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Look sharp. They've got archers on the wall.
That didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
we just attacked by elves?
Strange-looking ones, too. At least they hate Red Templars.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Kind of a weird way to call them. Blackwall's like, oh, these elves. Let's call them creatures. Might be bells going on, but still have time to pick some flowers. Make a little daisy chain of crown or something. Whoa, how'd you get ahead of me, Morgan? Ah, I fall out of bounds. Actually, I'm curious. I kind of want to run back here. Oh, but of course, can't have my horse with me. I can't have any, like, horse warfare, whatever that's called when you fight on top of a horse. Horsemanship. Are there really two paths? What's this way? I guess it was just the branching path that was coming back into the other one. Oh. I guess I just could have gone around from that one battle. Let's say there's nothing this way. Okay. Oh, apparently it's out of bounds. Alright, my curiosity has been sated. I guess we'll pretend there's just magic there that causes you to pass out. Alright. Wow. I think I nearly single-handedly wiped those guys out. I feel like Liliana's up ahead somewhere. I feel like I ran into a named character nearby. This area. behemoths. Like this one, that's not. Game couldn't make up their mind whether they were dead or not. But just me, or that sort of looked like Anders right there. Yeah. Got the Anders haircut, but not the face. I mean, I guess as long as he can keep his vengeful temper tantrums down, I guess he could technically like sneak into the Inquisition and pretend he's just a regular mage. But that's very unlikely. I love doing that. Okay, Blackwall. Blackwall went into model pose there for a second. These random elves. Dealing with these elvins. You know, I find it funny when you find those caches in like ancient ruins where no one's been before. It's like, are you guys drinking like 1,000-year-old health elixirs? That can't be healthy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been on this side of it before.
Not even a chance.
Actually, I really don't remember this. Writing. I guess Solus would probably know more. Guess there's nothing else here. A codex entry for this weird statue thingy. Those enemies really respawned. This way. Oh, At least those guys didn't respawn. Not that they were all that much of a challenge anyway.
We'll hold these monsters, Inquisitor! The Free Mages stand with the light!
I was gonna say, is that... what's her face? Fiona? Why the hell's my magic hurting me?
Hunting, Inquisitor. We are keeping them at bay. Follow the river to the temple.
You guys even know? You guys haven't been taking potions. Ancient ruins. Imagine what we could be doing if we studied these instead of fighting. Oh my god, again, I turn my back and they respawn. I don't think your taunting's working there, Blackwall. Anything back here? No, other than another small battle. It's like a giant wall of trees. That's actually kind of neat, though. Again, with like turning my back for like 5 seconds, and it's like all of a sudden more red Templars. I got the higher ground. How does that work? Here's Colin. Hi, Colin. I said hi, Colin. I guess he doesn't feel like talking to me now. Hey, I'm here already.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
If we find Corifeeus anywhere, it will be there.
But count on it. Be ready.
I hear fighting ahead.
Namelana Sabanale.
They still think to fight us, Master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
I have no idea.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
I don't think they can understand you. No speaky English. That's impressive magic, but I assume the magical laser keepy outy thing overloaded because Corifeeus is just that powerful. Yeah, that was easy. I'll put a little flag on that. I totally did that. Respawn magic.
It cannot be.
Across the bridge! Now!
That's a sturdy magic door. Powerful enough to to withstand 2 archdemons.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corifeeus interferes.
If he's here for a mirror, why'd Corifeeus say he wants a well of sorrows?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
You're not certain? You said you knew what he was looking for.
I suspected. I did not know. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corifeeus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Yeah, we're here where he wants to be.
Let's find this well before Corifeus's people do.
Granted,
I want to know how Corifeus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden. Strike Corifeus down, and he will rise anew.
For once, I'm relieved I'm not really a warden.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange.
Shut up, Phony.
Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corifeus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how. Yes?
Are you certain Corifeus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true Archdemon rage. How Corifeus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Will answering that question let us destroy Corifeus for good?
Yes, that's a
Perhaps.
stupid question.
I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corifeus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the temple proper. To those who knew it, perhaps this ritual was little more than a polite knock at the gate. These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
Have we become so familiar you can predict my manners and customs now? Nothing is lost by indulging in the occasional civilized conduct, particularly when unexpected.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess.
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die.
Oh, so all gods are
Perhaps
always
Mythal
old
was a powerful
dragons.
elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
There are varied accounts of Mythal.
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness.
Yeah,
Let fly your
Flemeth.
voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony. Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
What do you mean, exiled?
Tricked by the Dread Wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
Apparently, it's
You've
all
seen the
true.
elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Arlathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
If they keep records, it could change everything we thought we knew about history.
It is thrilling, no? To discover an era thought lost forever has possibly thrived in the shadows. We may, however, find these elves reluctant to part with their long-kept secrets.
So, magic. It's all true. There's the Dreadwolf. There's God. So the old gods are actual dragons. I always kind of thought that I never really caught that. I always kind of thought, I don't know, like the old gods were like statues or something with like god souls trapped within them or something. And I don't know if Darkspawn would find them and corrupt them somehow, and they turn into dragons because reasons. Because why the hell not? But it's also kind of weird that they'd be dragons. Just people worship dragons in general. Makes sense because they're powerful beasts. But no different than like when cultures worship.
It appears the temple's
powerful
magics are still
animals.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything
Just
about
for the
this
sake
well
of them being
I
strong
only
and
recognize
deadly.
A few phrases. A Belisan, meaning place of sorrow. That must be the well. There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
Unless one of those temple elves drops a lexicon?
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
So, good Andrastians, we offer a prayer to elven gods.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back. Let us see what awaits.
I know there's like some rituals you have to walk certain paths and stuff, but this seems like really ridiculous. Like, oh, walk in this weird puzzle thing with magic lights. But don't touch the same block of lights twice. It's like a... It'd be something like you would hand a child to keep them busy.
Have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Those elves lay an impressive ambush. Where are they?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
Magic door. Another magic seal door, but yeah. I'll pick that flower then.
The Temple of Mythal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land. They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment, after they proved their worth. Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the Dread Wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer Mafarath as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function, a reminder of vigilance for the faithful. Still, so long as the wolf's jaws cannot close around us, we may pass safely on.
Yeah. I feel like the game needed more like those chit-chat things. Just people commenting randomly.
Hold them off!
Say a reply with just like your party members. Explosions.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
People are dying outside while we stand here. If we use the tunnel, more of our soldiers can flee.
Performing these rituals may mean the difference between reaching the well before Corifeus's minions and not at all.
You're very eager to reach our destination.
Are we not all eager to stop Corifeus from achieving his mad plan?
It sounds like what you want is that well.
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once. Things of might
Your
and
stick is
wonder.
hitting my balls, Morgan.
Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corifeus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore it.
Yes. Is Thedas so full of wonders that we should leave them to die one by one? Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless.
Kunari.
We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing
no,
more
Kunari's
than
one
the
of the
mundane.
destructive forces.
This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Normally I'd let her drink out of the well, but I'm a mage, so I'm gonna drink out the well. Honestly, either way sort of makes sense. She wants the well, so help make her take the risk.
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
And, make her take the risk for it. Oh, so this is the way through. But at the same time, if she wants to know what the hell it is, it would make sense to have someone else drink from the well so she can study and observe it. But of course she wants power.
Who is this meant to be?
Fallon Dean, overseer of funerals and guide to the elven dead. I have heard the Dalish invoke him on their deathbed, or before quests from which they expect no return.
That's not the last thing I want to think of on my deathbed.
Perhaps it was meant to frighten the elves' enemies.
You would think if there was like a tribe of elves here, they would at least keep the place somewhat tidy. Make sure that like the staircases that they would use would, you know, not get overgrown by roots. Do these.
Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Who knew that walking around in circles would be quicker than running in a straight line? Which is sad because I really don't think it makes a difference other than just dialogue changes and those elves are like, well, you did our thingy, but I don't think there's a cost to it. But the enemy doesn't end up further ahead of you if you do these, or you don't end up ahead of them and don't have to fight them. Your Inquisition forces don't get killed. I mean, they might, but they're always going to be like those faceless minions that you rarely ever interact with, and it's nobody named and important. It's not like Colin dies because you took too long to get here, or to get through this area. Oh wow, that delay. Oh yeah, this is like one of those where... I think I remember this one. I hated this one. Like you kind of have to cheat in a way. This resets it. Oh, no, there's a... Why? I could cheat like that, which kind of seems to... honestly feels like it goes against the spirit of the stupid board. Oh no, because there's more that way, that's right.
Yes?
No.
As you wish.
We.
Yes? As you wish.
Is complete.
We are close.
Again, I don't think I did that as intended. But I got all the blocks to light up the way it wanted it to. Well, following its arbitrary rules. Not exactly the way it probably wanted to, because I'm sure I should have ended up in the same place. It's a metaphor for...
these rituals, Inquisitor?
Oh, shut up.
Think carefully. There is no return
it's a
once
metaphor
we leap
for
after the Templars.
No matter how far we travel, we always end up back in the same place. Back to Mythal or something. Something arbitrary and religious like that. Ugh, I really need a haircut. Get my mohawk somewhat touched up. I was trying to go for like more of a faux hawk. I think this is one where you could just... Whoops! I'm gonna start it from here. Pacha. Oh, nope. Failed to cheat at it. Probably gonna fail this again. Yep. How come this one won't let me jump over stuff? I'm gonna do it like this. What? I'm missing something. Okay. Now, am I supposed to do both these sides at the same time? That's what it is, I think. Yep. I'm not a religious person and stuff, and as long as your religion doesn't affect me, I really don't care, but oh my god, this honestly all of this seems really stupid. It's so like arbitrary. Again, I don't think this is the way you were supposed to do it.
Whispers are louder.
Iron Bull disapproves. Really, Iron Bull?
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
Ambush!
We're being watched.
Last of my cold coffee.
Venavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
I don't understand the slumber bit. Who are you?
Yeah, that's right. I guess they're
I am called Abelas.
like in
We are
stasis,
sentinels,
essentially.
tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred
whenever
ground.
someone trespass, they probably just
We wake
up
only to
and
fight, to preserve this place.
But
Our numbers
apparently not
diminish
to
with
upkeep
each
it.
invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
So you're elves from ancient times? Before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan?
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors
It's interesting
to the
that if you do the
closed,
romance with
our
Sol,
time was
he's
over.
Solus,
We
he
awaken
says
only
that
when called.
the
And
face
each time
stuff that
find the world
the
more
Dailish
foreign
put
than
on are
before.
actually like
It is
save
meaningless.
markers
We endure.
and not like
The Virabella
things
San
of
must be
honor and
preserved.
clans and stuff as they thought. But he's got it.
What is this Virabella San exactly?
It is a path.
Unless he's supposed
One
to be a
walked
slave
only
to
by those who
Mythal.
toiled in Mythal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
How are you speaking our language?
If the Well of Sorrows is a source of power, now is when it's needed.
It is not power. Not such as you could use. Even if I permitted it.
Yet Corifeus' minions are here to claim it. Unless you've defeated them already.
We have not. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corifeus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I know she gets all pissy. Otherwise, you have to like fight them. So it's kind of a no-brainer because it doesn't
You will
matter.
be guided to those you seek.
It doesn't really
As
matter
for the
because you
Virabella
still
San,
get the choice at the
it
end.
shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
See, because they'll still do that.
This would be our guide.
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
She turned into a bird.
I wish I could become a shapeshifter. Oh, yeah, you could pretty much skip all the fighting. I don't think there's any benefit to helping them. Just opens up doors that lead to treasure. Because you're a nice guy.
This place looks untouched.
You have any idea how much this place is worth?
Don't let Solus hear you say that.
Admit it. You were wondering.
Where's our guide lady? Mosaic House. Dirthoth him. Dirtamen. Just let us pick up your gold and stuff. Although I think it's weird that apparently currency has remained unchanged since ancient times. A Ferelden gold.
Henshra, Gilas Velathan.
Just a quick look around.
A Ferelden, like, sovereign is... We can find Ferelden sovereign in, like, ancient elven ruins. Unless there's, like, a conversion rate. I heard something. Oh, there you are, old lady. Yeah, you would think Mythal would have, like, some janitors, too, that would, like, awaken every once in a while, too. At least upkeep the... tidy up the place every couple hundred years.
The Sentinels are holding off the Red Templars.
They're dying faster than they wanted to.
I feel like Cole should be a lot more observant than... I should have more to say, like, especially there. It's like, reading minds and stuff. Like, read that elf and interpret what he wants. Did I really just get the loot from one of the enemies they killed? And drop this and go help them. Oh, did I drop my veil fire? Here, have some treasure, random strangers. It's all pretty much junk. Thank you, old lady. Can I have that book? And also we can preserve your people's history and culture and stuff.
The Well of Sorrows.
Maker's balls.
It's loud and so cold.
That's...
I feel like this is gonna replenish my supplies. Yep.
something.
What? What the hell are you guys looking at?
Fight on! An army of these bastards won't stop us! How will you get to the well, General?
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You've hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
Your reserves are gone, so is the lyrium. Isn't it time to stand down?
To enjoy the mercy you showed our brothers and sisters? No thanks. Corifeeus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corifeeus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corifeeus. One more task entrusted to me. Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corifeeus will be unstoppable.
Corifeeus already caused one disaster. Help him now, and he'll rip the world apart.
I'm helping him reshape it. He's had centuries to make ready. You're no match for Corifeeus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could.
Just to kind of explain why, like, drinking from the well doesn't make you super powerful and that you turn into a dragon.
With a new god. So, Inquisitor,
or learn different forbidden magics.
Power's all well and good, until it's taken away.
What did you do? What did you do? My armor is gone. Delirium! I need it! Kill them all!
Surprised he's not ripping it off of his soldiers. My character's gonna fight right now. Posing somewhat of a challenge. Throw bees at him. Still turns all humongous and stuff, even though they're fighting now. What the fuck is going on with you? Did you go fucking attack him?
Well, you wretch. You can't
take it from Corifeeus. You mustn't.
Still breathing after all that. Impressive.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
Instead of just killing him there and now, I guess. Gotta flex my power muscles, I guess. All these Illuvians must have been a central focal point.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Samson thought the well's knowledge was valuable. It could help stop Corifeeus.
I care nothing for your petty conflicts, Shemlin.
You'll care when Corifeeus
I'm not a
arrives.
Shemlin. What the hell are you talking
The well
about?
clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corifeeus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
What?
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on. You'd rather destroy it.
As I have shards
You
of
have
ice
shown
in
respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Gifts like this don't come freely.
No boon of Mythal was ever granted without cost. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must.
So are
But
you
know
guys
this.
immortal elves?
You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend
Stop
states
being
that
so
Mythal
vague.
was tricked by Fen'Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
We're
You
ancient
leaving the
guardians,
temple?
protecting a
Our duty ends.
legacy of a people that will
Why
never
remain?
be used and
It may
or
be that
rather
only
destroy,
Fenrir
so
awaits
thus we have
the
no
blissful
purpose.
sleep of eternity, never to awaken, if fate is kind.
You can walk away from the temple, just like that.
After you drink, nothing remains to hold us.
So what will you do? So what of your people? Well, there's
You'll
an
note the
Illuvian.
intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corifeeus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corifeeus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
Just like your cheek is when hungry for your hair to clip into it.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service. Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this.
Yeah, I think you can...
Let me drink, Inquisitor.
Have like, hey, what about Solus? Or what about other mage, maybe?
You alone? You're not the only mage here.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
Myself.
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone.
I'm surprised she just doesn't drink it right now.
You're not
push you
concerned
aside
about the
when you
price.
choose.
Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
I hate to say it, but Abelas's plan to destroy the well may be the best one.
What happens when Corifeeus comes for you again? He is immortal. The wisdom of the well may include a way to destroy him.
So
Give
I
me
don't
this and
understand
I fight
why
at
we
your
can't
side.
both drink
I
from the
shall be your
well
sword.
or create the... I know the well's a danger.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's
Like,
their will.
Why can't you both drink
How
from
would you
it
know
or
such a thing?
share it?
That's what Abelas was telling us.
Or
the collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion.
Create
a
it or
gas.
something?
Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
Thoughts?
I trust you with this power more than her. But it's not for me to decide.
So many voices. They would be in your head, talking over you. You don't want them.
Any chance this well could help us against Corifeeus? I say you take it.
Iron Bull
Enough
says I should take it,
deliberation.
so
Give me your
I must
decision.
obey him. I will use myself.
If anyone is to use the well, it will
Shut
be
up,
me.
Solus. You're not even
So
here.
you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste.
Again, why can't share it? Do it together and go drink it. Holy shit, all of these are coming in.
Who's to say it will go to waste?
I do.
The hell are you, Morgan?
Perhaps it is better this way. Do as you will with the Well of Sorrows, Inquisitor. But
Again, I'm surprised she lets you do this and she doesn't fling magic at you and jump in there herself. You don't really drink from it either so much as that you just take a bath in it. Again, why can't both of you do it? And I like how it's not even an option to even contemplate, like, which of us? At least, like, well, why can't we both drink from it? Magical reasons, that's why. Or maybe it's too dangerous. Oh yeah, you do actually drink from the well. Actually, I think it's her that doesn't drink from the well. She just, like, absorbs a lot of the water.
Corifeeus. A Magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. I can't understand what you're... Look, will you help me or not?
Oh, my
I knew
face.
no good would come of this.
Shut up, Blackwall.
How do you feel?
wiser. Uh-oh. What the hell took him so long? And we're like out in the open, so why can't like the dragon just fly around like, I see a well down there, master? Whee! He can fly.
Through the mirror.
Whee! What the hell is Iron Bull? It's just disappeared. Make it, lady. So I presume that at least none of the water there is, you could just lick the pool, try to lick the pool clean. Well, even then, I wonder if like the well would have rejected him anyways. Or again, would Flemeth have control over him, making her even more powerful? She be my little puppet. Dance, Corifeeus, dance. So it's weird. So I wonder if they like directly linked into this mirror and just bypass the crossroads. That why they're like running out of it in a panic.
It is done.
So you think they'd be in the crossroads, catch their breath, and just walk with a little more dignity out of the Illuvian. Hey, how did you guys get here so fast? Again,
when you went through that mirror, Corifeeus and his archdemon fled
so
the field.
we teleported there
Not
magically.
Sure
what he wanted
How
was
did
no
you
longer
guys
within
get
the temple.
From there to there?
Perhaps.
But it'd take all
He
your
spent
forces.
so long trying to get into
all our
the temple,
forces
he probably
weeks
couldn't
to
have
get
helped his
there.
forces by that point.
Then Corifeeus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not.
He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
Something from that well is speaking to me, though it's hardly making sense.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power.
I'm used to
instead.
voices in my head.
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master?
Shut
I
up,
told you what
Morgan.
the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the
Shut up,
heavens,
Morgan.
not whispers.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier, you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon is not an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corifeeus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corifeeus alone is powerful, but where there's dragon...
There is a way, but I'll need Morrigan's help.
The voices
So
from
did
the
he-
well tell you that, do they?
So I sort of have
Very well,
questions.
Inquisitor. Speak to me when
If
you're
he
ready
has
to begin
this
this plan of yours.
long, this immortality, like during the Legacy DLC.
Are you certain of this?
When did he put his soul into a dragon? Did he do that before he was trapped by the Grey Warrens originally? Or right after he became blighted? So what keeps... So the first time, what kept him from... What gave him the ability to do the thingy? I don't know. And also, if the blight is new, how do these ancient elves know of the blight and what it does, what it's capable of, when only we have like the vaguest ideas? We have some, we sort of know what it can do, just not how. So how do they know?
I don't think certain is the right word.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Operation. Ha ha ha, greatest hits. Consequences of Blackwalls. We had not used the Grey Warden treaties. I'm sorry, did we embarrass a duchess at the soiree by stepping on her gown, or was the sky torn open and haven't been beset by an ancient dark? We needed the gold. Needed them. You should have persuaded someone to part with them, or with not making reparations for doing what we had to do. What no one
Letters
else
could
have done. Don't forget, we are allied with the Warrens. If we have no authority to conscript before, we do now.
All premature until we deal with Corifeeus.
Apologies, what happened? We are Warrens get more authority. Do we want the Inquisition to survive beyond Corifeeus' defeat? We want to always be at war. Why alienate them when it would take so little to please them? Let us return to what is taken in. No. No, Josephine, I'm using treaties. He's still doing that.
Let's see what we have.
When the oldest human record on magic we found at Adventure can reach scholars to visit. You recognize use. I wonder which would be best. Sure, I'll trust the people in Tippinger, why not?
At your service.
Don't really care that much.
Come swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy man to the people. You'll enter legend.
Legend, but not enough to want to be a... Let me be a divine.
Now that sounds more dangerous than anything I've done so far.
And there is the wits that reassures us. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
I hope you're not going anywhere after I stop Corifeeus.
Far from it. Oh, if you'll have me, there's so much more the Inquisition can do. Farewell, my lord. When you face Corifeeus, may you walk in the light.
Why are you saying that like I'm gonna die?
It's good to see you. Fair.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an ancient ruin where you consumed a pool of elven...
You weren't there.
Elfiness, and then walked through a mirror, and wound up back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Red lyrium.
Carry on.
Alright, Solus. I'm sure you're gonna berate me. You stuck in a wall or something? No, there you are. Sorry, Solus, you just blended in so well into the walls. The paint.
I wish I had been with you at the Temple of Methal. I could have warned you.
Don't drink from the well.
You gave yourself into the service of an ancient elven god!
What does that mean exactly?
You are Methal's creature now.
Yay.
Everything you do, whether you know it or not, will be for her. You have given up a part of yourself.
You don't even believe in the ancient elven gods.
I don't believe they were gods, no, but I believe that they existed. Something existed to start the legends. If not gods, then mages. Or spirits. Or something we've never seen. And you are bound to one of them
Shut
now.
up, Phony.
I suppose it is better
God,
you have
everyone
the
in
power
my
than Corifeeus,
entourage is
which
phony.
leads to the next logical question. What will you do with the power of the well once Corifeus is dead?
You're not who you say you are. You're actually wolf god thing, the Dread Wolf, whatever his name is, Fen Farrell. Like, Cole isn't, like, technically he's a phony too. I mean, he doesn't say he says he's a spirit, but of course he calls himself Cole, but he's not the real Cole. Because the real Cole is dead. He just assumed his identity, just like Blackwall assumed Blackwall's identity. Iron Bull, Iron Bull is a spy. Even though he's very forthcoming about it, he's also technically not who he says he is, or at least he tells other people. He's technically not who he tells other people he is. Next, we're going to learn that Vivian is not the court enchanter or whatever. I will rely on those I trust, one thing at a time. I will make the world a better place. Well, what does that mean, Inquisitor? Huh?
This war proved that we can't go back to the way things were. I'll try to help this world move forward.
You would risk everything you have in the hope that the future is better. What if it isn't? What if you wake up to find the future you shaped is worse than what was?
We've done all right so far. We'll have problems, yes, but we can handle them.
Such confidence.
What's the alternative? Do nothing? We have to keep trying.
You're right. Thank you.
For what?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me. You have offered hope. That if one keeps trying, even if the consequences are grave, that someday things will be better. Forgive my melancholy. Corifeus has cost us much. The Temple of Methal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
You planning to leave before we take down the bad guy?
No, but there may not be a later. It seemed wise to say my goodbyes now.
Good afternoon.
We'll talk.
Goodbye.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times, but I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corifeeus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
Unless he gets bored and surrenders. Any chance of that?
I doubt it.
Hey, Mother Giselle. Do you have anything new to say?
I heard reports of the events at the Temple of Mathal, Inquisitor. It sounds magnificent. I hope we can explore it fully once Corifeeus is defeated.
I'm surprised a Chantry mother wants to explore a temple full of references to elven gods.
The Maker is great enough to withstand whatever truths we uncover. Whether these elven gods were myths, or simply aspects of the Maker, they are worth studying.
Yeah, justify your beliefs.
All that must
Jump through those mental hoops to... The Maker could still be real.
Else, Inquisitor?
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the as Inquisitor, whoever is chosen needs your support. No one else has accomplished anything against Corifeeus.
Okay, so she has like, no.
Instead of hunting those who would do, Divine Justinia herself, the Inquisitors became the seekers of. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
We can't just walk away when this is over.
Perhaps he would make things, or perhaps in 100 years, the Inquisition. I suppose we shall see.
Okay, so she doesn't really say much.
Herald of Andraste.
I feel like she should have more feedback about, like, hey, you have a choice, like, between people and stuff. I feel like a mage I should be backing up, Liliana, but so far, like, during this playthrough, she doesn't seem to have any interest in being the next Divine. I can make things better and free the mages and stuff. Maybe it's because she's been hardened. Well, life has no consequence. Alright, let's see what the Phony has to say.
Your worship, I suppose.
Okay. I think he was at the bar the first time I went to Redcliffe. Oh.
All's well.
Perhaps it's a good thing I'm not a real warden.
We would have left you behind. I think
if necessary, we could have left you in Skyhold, but now we don't need to. You can get close enough to Corifeeus to kiss him now.
I hope that's not an order.
What if it is, soldier?
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
It's almost 10 o'clock. Well, it is 10 o'clock.
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The Archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide.
Convenient.
It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corifeeus plans now.
He'll hide. What other choice does he have?
Even though I already know he's not going to hide, because
he is powerful,
the voices
and you
in my
have
head
yet
told
to
me
fight
so.
him one-on-one. But he will come. You will get your chance.
It wouldn't be any fun if all this was over so soon.
Corifeeus believes himself a god. Pride alone demands he not slink off into the shadows. I have faith you will be victorious even so. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, a valued friend, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
You will be the next divine, I assume.
That has not happened yet.
But it may.
If the Maker wills it, then yes, I will answer his call. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been an honor.
Why hasn't this been fixed? Whee. Anything else?
I trust all is well.
I want to talk to you about the cure for tranquility.
It's not a cure. Not truly. Mages who were once tranquil lose all control over their emotions. They become irrational, unable to focus. Perhaps that state eventually passes and they can be helped, but it will take time to investigate.
But you are going to look into it.
That is my intent. I would not want news of a cure to spread until we know for certain we can help these people. Once we have that, however, then I will spread the word myself.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then. Is there anything you need?
That's enough for now.
Alright, let's stop flirting with her.
What's been going on?
She's like,
Madame
ew.
de Fer said hello to me. Or maybe she was waving at
thing we
someone
do,
else
it's
and
just
I
for fun, right?
Thought
Yep.
she was. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
I should go.
Most of the charges are still at the Temple of Mythal. I'm Mr. Crazy Fine.
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
Most of our people were at the Temple of Mythal. I've still got a few, though. Men who are recovering from wounds. I can send them around to rattle swords, wave flags, and look a lot larger than they are.
I wonder if you have,
It'll
like,
mess with
more
enemy estimates
people.
of our numbers, so no one thinks Skyholders
So what,
are
there's
the
only
ones.
like, what, like 6 or 7 of them?
We'll talk later.
So to kill Corifeeus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first? That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
I've been waiting for the chance to pay that bastard back.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. How you doing?
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
I guess,
How you doing?
guess we're not going to be able to
See you
write
later,
Bull
boss.
as a Canary.
Nice talking with you, boss.
That child. He looked into his eyes. Of course.
She's going to be all
Oh,
pissy
hi,
at
yeah.
me.
Listen, stand there. Right there. Now, about Mythal.
Sarah, I don't know what reaction you want, but can this be it so we can be done?
All right. So maybe it's still you. Someone needed to do something. I mean, you went wading into a well of sorrows. Who hears that and thinks, well, Dunkerbutt, let's have a go? Even mad old Abelard said elves destroyed themselves. The only believable bit in a sea of clear demon bait. It makes messing with their relics
You weren't
real
there.
stupid. So, test done, you're still you. We can leave these lies behind.
How was aiming an arrow at my face a test?
I heard once that if you're possessed, the demon will defend itself against attack. Sounds stupid to say it out loud. I don't know. I don't know demons. At least, if it's true, the arrow's right there. I'm sorry, yeah? Morrigan's probably got better ways, but who can trust her?
So your main takeaway is that elves worship demons?
Well, they never call them that, yeah? But that's what it had to be. I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
I believe it was all true. I agree it's all lies.
There's so much history there. What if some of it is true?
No, now you're
I can't
stupid.
think it. No.
You can't think that because it's stupid.
No.
But everything we saw.
Why believe it? Because Abelas looked weird. If that's all it takes, Corifeeus' shitheel is full of lumpy truth. You're not even an elf.
No, I can't even think.
Why are you being so damned elfy?
My mind.
You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
It's not as if it matters what I believe. I've already denied being the herald.
Not for me to say, yeah. Just saying. Anyway, believe what you want. So long as we kill Corifeeus, whatever.
Hey, it's you again.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
I guess I got her to become less of my friend. Whoops, I guess I better go talk to Cole.
Corifeeus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
So did I. Corifeeus seems to break a lot of rules.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I hardly understand any of this myself.
It gnawed at me, hooks in the hollows, pain of not knowing like the knot in his belly. But that is a hurt, and hurts can heal. I can heal. Forget.
Cole? Cole? Are you?
My chest.
You may still use that name, if you like. I am here to help you.
I'm gonna forget about the real Cole. Oh, okay. Well, that was interesting. The skybox just completely disappeared.
Have you seen otherwise? Right.
You okay, Cole?
He meant to watch forever. He called himself Sorrow.
May I ask how things are, now that you're more of a spirit?
Questions can be shackles, but you kept me in kindness. I will answer.
What is it like to be this way?
I'm me. More me than I was. I can care and comfort, but keep clean. No shackles. They feel, forgive, forget, and I am free. Finally. Thank you.
Can you tell me more about the Fade, now that you're more connected to it?
It is here, but held. Constrained by a construct. Veiled. Feelings, memories, minds, mortality, all shape it. A glass to hold water. We flow to the deep. Without you, we have nothing.
Okay.
Not even us. That's why we want so much.
You don't mind killing people, even being more of a spirit?
Monsters are easy, mindless, menacing. It's harder when it's people. Venatori, bandits. People who could change. But they chose. They hurt people. We need to stop them. My blades are yours to command. I forget later, so it washes clean.
Can you tell me more about what happened at the Spire?
I can make myself forget.
You and the real Cole.
I don't remember. I let that go. It isn't part of me anymore.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes. He was the boy who was supposed to die. He named himself after the horse.
How'd you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Uh-oh. I hope Cole's at least 18. Or whatever legal age stuff in this world is.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. Will you be dining alone, your worship, or will others be arriving later?
Who can tell these days? I didn't even realize I was alone just now.
Very good, your worship. Right this way, please.
So I have my helmet, but I'm wearing my casual clothes.
Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
You can tell her. She'll laugh and then do it because she loves you. She wants to make you happy.
This is weird. It's like, so you can read like his lover's mind from where you are?
Anything you'd like to share?
He wants his wife to tie his hands to the bedposts. Little silk ribbons. He worries she'll hate him. She only said it because she was jealous of your shoes. Remember his hand on your waist as the music swelled. So many little hurts, even here, away from blood and battle. I wouldn't have heard them before. Now I can, thanks to you.
So you help them with a few whispered words?
The right words. Plus what I am, a little of me making the happiness stronger, so the pain fades. I don't steal the pain. The nightmare demon at Adamant did that. It made them less so it could grow. I help them heal. They never need to know I was here. You've made me better.
It was my pleasure.
Remember old Maurice, too proud to forgive, gnarled hands clutching the back of an empty chair? Find another path. There was someone, before. He was my friend, but he didn't know what I was. When he found out, he changed. I lost him. You found out, but you didn't change. Didn't make me change. You let me be this, be more. Thank you for helping me find this again, for believing in me. You don't know what it means.
Could you please tell Varric that? so he can shut the fuck up about you.
Not really, no. But you're welcome regardless.
You don't need to. It used to help, but it doesn't anymore. Let it go. You were scared, trying to show them you were strong. Find him. Tell him you're sorry. The woman in the red dress thinks you would look good naked. She wants someone to compliment her hat. They will never know, but I know, thanks to you.
Yay, Cole. I can't remember what happens if you try to make him a real boy. I'm a real boy now, so now I have to go to school and get a job and eat. Curse you, Varric.
It wasn't blood in the bath, fingers on the scalp, intimate, and then the moment is gone.
I'll talk to you.
Yes.
Whee. Okay, so I guess that's what happens when the screen doesn't stay black.
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me. Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
Finally.
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. Change everything. Your support of the Mage Rebellion was a good start. We must build on this. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children. In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves, dwarves, even Canary. Why exclude them? The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
The Chantry can be all-inclusive. I support you.
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support
Even
may persuade
many
the Grand
people will die
Clerics
for
to
your
vote
murder.
in my favor. Justinia wanted the
Because
Chantry
accepted
to grow,
intolerance? How dare
but her
you?
reforms never took root.
How dare you,
She was held
Liliana?
back by tradition and was too gentle to force change. I won't make that mistake.
You never know, Justinia might have succeeded, if she hadn't been caught in a giant blast of magic.
I won't make that mistake either. Justinia thought the circles needed to change. But why stop there? The Chantry alienated potential allies by brutalizing elves and belittling dwarves. If we could bring them into the fold, wouldn't we have peace? There are those who would cling to the old ways, of course. But they will see. I would make them see. But I've rambled on too long. I am not divine. Yet.
Oh, you're excellent.
So if we kill Corifeeus, he has the power to move from one tainted creature into another? What we will learn next?
Just
that
like
he can
my
command the sun to
ex-lover.
rise or the seas to burn?
Can we prepare for flaming seas? Maybe collect all the snow from the frostbacks just in case.
I'll see what I can do.
That
I
was a
have
joke.
researchers scouring the Temple of Mythal as we speak. I hope that their search turns up something we can use. Ancient magic, perhaps. Something even Corifeeus missed. Anything to give us an edge.
Anything I should know?
It's been a long road, but we're nearing the end. With Samson gone, the Red Templars are scrambling.
I'll leave you.
Inquisitor? I'll be here.
Well, since it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to bang Iron Bull anytime soon, might as well go with Dorian now. Let's see how much time
What
I have
happened at
for
the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I?
Oh.
To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it?
Nothing.
How does this relate to the Elven Temple? You encountered ancient elves. A piece of history. Something the Imperium didn't destroy. Maybe my people can atone for what we've done. There is something still left to restore. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
Someone with your impeccable taste could transform Tevinter.
I hope you're right. You usually are. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me. You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Anything, huh?
Questions.
He should talk.
I'd like to talk to you about something.
I see. What's the latest news on the us front, then?
I was hoping to get to know you better.
You and I. People will talk.
Let them.
All right. We'll see how this goes. Don't say I didn't warn you. Questions.
Now I'm wondering if it's glitched.
I should go.
You know where I'll be. Something you need?
I'd like to talk.
I see. What's the latest news on the us front, then?
I was hoping to get to know you better.
You...
Let them.
All right. What's on your mind?
I should...
As you wish.
Here. Let's try this. Or honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if this game can't handle all the flirting, all the flags and stuff are all mislabeled. Because BioWare couldn't actually fathom having somebody flirt with everybody and try to bang everybody. But the game is like so confused and stuff about who you actually want to bang.
Handle the merchandise with care.
Is anything for sale here? Alright. Back to Skyfall. Let's see if that helps them reset. Hey, kitty. You want to play with the microphone? Meow. Hi. Want attention? Oh, of course now you're annoyed. She comes seeking attention. She gets annoyed because she gets petted. What you looking at? You're like, there's paper on the wall. You hanged like this picture paper on the wall. I'd like to tear it up. She's a terrible little terror. She likes to tear up the toilet paper. Let's see. Maybe that'll reset Dorian.
Here we are again.
I was hoping... Let them.
All right. Something you need? And then he... gave up. Here we are again.
And then I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. At any rate, he's a popular topic. Anything specific?
Corifeeus is a figure out.
The Civil. But today, people half believe. What did they find? Of course, what people. It's safe to assume that it. Nowadays, only the. Most learn to. Back home, it's. How it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honor? But I suspect. Fair enough. Here we are again.
Well, that's probably the second time that Dorian's romance has glitched. Oh well. I really should, like, never involve having to play the game again, but make some romance videos with some of my characters in the PC version. But I totally got legit.
We'll be spread thin until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course.
No, so there's like no way to support her, so as long as I don't support. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk to Vivienne, be like, what's up? Door.
It's been quite the momentous day, hasn't it, my dear? How do you feel? It's not every day one absorbs ancient elven magic.
It was strange at first, but I think I'm all right now.
Good. We can't have you falling to pieces on the eve of such an important battle. The pieces are nearly in place. We'll soon strike against Corifeeus directly. You've done well. I will be proud to fight alongside you when the time comes.
I always have time for you, my dear.
Your lost books have been found.
My dear, you are a treasure. I always have time for you, my dear.
Do you think that you and I might...
That's charming, but you'll have to keep working on your technique.
Okay.
Inquisitor?
Well, time to rule over Samson.
Give me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, General to Corifeeus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured.
Still has this little
His
Kirkwall
head is too
shield.
valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
The headman's axe isn't enough? That's an impressive amount of ill will.
The red lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corifeeus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
He would change the world.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was, after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The Prophet just isn't as pretty.
I found your people. They believed in you. Believed your cause was righteous.
Not your business, Inquisitor.
Your friend Maddox was so loyal, he killed himself. For you.
They were always going to die. I saw what Corifeeus was doing. So yes, I fed them hope instead of despair. I made them believe their pain had purpose. Just like the Chantry does. Right, Commander? It ended as well as anything else I've done. Corifeeus would kill me on sight. I'll tell your people what they want. Everything I cared about is destroyed.
Careful, have him. Why can't we have them do both? Calling question and Agna will study your powers. Why the fuck would I give him back to Kirkwall, that terrible place? Sure, Dagna will study your magic powers.
Samson, you can still be of use to good people. What you know is less important than what you are. My Arcanist will study your resistance to red lyrium.
Do as you will, Inquisitor. Your kind always does.
Inquisitor?
I'm trying to look it up and see what kind of results it's giving what, but I really don't care.
Thank you for your investment in my investigations, Inquisitor. I've learned something, I think. I don't know.
Have you learned anything new from your guest?
Yes, he's a red lyrium-infused masterclass in how to be a sourpuss. He doesn't do anything. I mean, I can't blame him. He's kind of broken. It's very sad. But I can wring out a rune or two. His armor is a fantastic application of old and new. It's mesmerizing. The best things are, you know.
What have you learned? Did you find out about the Fade?
I got a scraping that was cleaned off you, and it's weird. And the other rift bits, they're weird. It's just weird.
Insightful.
I said weird, right?
Answers, Dagna.
Lyrium and the Fade linked, but dwarves and Tranquil not linked. But they work lyrium, so they are. Somehow. And there's something there. I was face deep in a rune, and for a moment, I was tall. Really tall. And I thought all the thoughts.
What do you mean when you say thought all the thoughts?
I wonder if this will be like a hinting at the
For a
Descent
moment,
DLC.
I was around all my people, and my thought was all of theirs.
Your thoughts were their thoughts.
No, my thought was all of our thoughts, like parts. Ugh, words are mush. Maybe that's what the stone feels like. Or we think it feels like. If we think it feels. Creepy.
You felt taller. How much taller?
Like mountain tall. Or I was the mountain. But I was moving. I felt dizzy. You know what I remembered? Watching a Shaper it carve the wall of memory, except big. Isn't that weird? Maybe there were fumes.
So, Tranquil and dwarves are linked to lyrium, but also not linked.
Like the lyrium needs to flow, but if you're part of it, it takes you with it. So you can't be part of it. That makes me sad. I'm not sure why. It seems like we should be part of it. Whatever it is. Or maybe we're the ones who make it happen. Whatever it is. You know what's frustrating? Answers that aren't answers. Ugh.
Keep investigating and let me know what you find.
I tried to make it happen again, but it wouldn't. Then I had a headache. And cocoa and a lie down. I'll keep at it. It's weird. Oh, and I made a rune. It's weird too. Be careful with it.
Let's see how much time. Gotta get ready for our podcast. And talk about non-politics in video games today with Lessons Learned over on his Twitch channel, Lessons Learned 1. The one's very important. Otherwise it'll take you to the wrong channel. Inflate Inquisition numbers.
Inquisitor. You're concerned.
The consequences of drinking from that well. Never mind.
Alright, I think I've spoken with everybody. Fairbanks is here.
Just handed some intelligence to the spymaster.
Oh. I will save right here. So, I'll call it a day for now. Maybe I'll pick this up later today. If not, probably tomorrow. So, thank you for everybody who stopped by to watch. I'll be on Twitch in a couple of minutes. Probably in like 20 to 25 minutes over on twitch.com/lessonslearned1. Again, the one's very important. So come join us. Come join the discussion on whether politics in video games should be a thing or not. I believe that's the topic we're going to be discussing today. But have a good day, everybody. Ba-da-ba.